Let me just find it in the group. I think you may have to as well.
What? Do what? Ah, there we go. I see it.
As well.
What? Do what?
I just opened it on Facebook.
Ah, there we go. It's delayed.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Sorry, just got to handle one thing real quick.
This is weird how delayed I am.
Yeah, if you look in BeLive, it's not as bad as on Facebook.
I know. It's weird. It's kind of tripping me out because I have the Facebook pulled up and then everything else. Hey, John. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Wasim. How are you guys?
Wow, lots of people here today. You must be much more popular than I am.
Awesome.
All right. I guess just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to talk about.
For sure. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for having me, Chris. So my name is Mandy McEwen. I'm the founder and CEO of Mod Grow Marketing, which is a digital marketing agency. We are 100% remote, but I am based out of Northern California. And I, like Chris, I also help marketing entrepreneurs like you all. So I have a free Facebook group that I would love for you guys to join called the Mod Agency Insiders. And I have courses, and basically my focus to help entrepreneurs, marketing entrepreneurs, and small agencies is really to get more leads. So that's kind of my main focus is how do you scale, your business by focusing on high quality dream clients to scale it. So kind of two sides. I help clients and then I help entrepreneurs like you all. So I'm excited to be here.
Awesome.
Howdy, Krill. Thanks for joining. I missed a comment with the yes, she is.
I don't know what that's about.
The comments go away so fast, so sometimes I miss them when I'm on lives every week. But, okay, so what we're going to talk about today, guys, and you can ask me questions, but so the Facebook Live comments, they go fast, and sometimes I miss them, but I'll try to pay attention. So you can ask me questions as we're talking about this, but basically what I want to talk to you guys about today is how to get high-paying SEO clients, and in particular, how to land $10,000 audit and strategy projects. And so that is what we're going to talk about here. So for those of you that are on, let me know how many of you are providing SEO services to clients right now, just so I have an idea. Comments, and I will check it out, and then we can get into this. This really is funny watching on the Facebook, watching me.
I've gotten used to it, but yeah.
I guess it's just because I'm so used to doing that old school phone Facebook Live. I do. Me. Perfect. Hey, Matt. Kirill says me. Killowen says me. Mike says me. Awesome. Okay.
I'm keeping track of the people that don't usually show up for me, by the way.
What now? Oh, you're going to keep track of them? The ones that are here today, but not usually. Uh-oh, yeah. You guys are in trouble. Okay, so my next question for you guys. So for those of you, only one kind of stumbled into it by accident. Okay, John. So for those of you who are providing SEO services to clients, where are you generating those leads from? Where do they find you from? How do they become clients? What channel? Let me know here, because that's what we're going to start off by talking about. Hey, Russell. Says, sure am. Awesome. Because step one, obviously, is generating the leads, which is what we're going to talk about first. And then we'll get into how to position your offerings to sell those bigger $10,000 audit and strategy projects. But it's all about, you also need to be targeting the right people. So that's what I want to talk about. So I'm curious how you guys are. Kirill says, I'm always here, bro. He's there for you. Okay, so Google referrals, networking. Okay. How else? Let me know. Networking, cold outreach. Okay. Says Mike. Perfect. The other Mike says referrals. So several of you referrals. Okay. Got it. So then my second question for you guys is how many, there you go. Tomislav. That's exactly what I was going to ask. Web design, get that from Google Facebook groups. Okay. So besides Tomislav, if I'm saying your name right, how many of you are using LinkedIn for lead generation? Let me know. Because that is what I want to talk about. Face-to-face, Russell says. Okay, nice. So your conversion rate must be pretty high then. Awesome. So let me know how many of you are using LinkedIn. Nope. Nah, burn it. Chris says he is. Mike, nope. Okay. So we got some no's, and I know we have a couple of yeses here. So here's the deal. Here's what I have found. If you want to attract, in this a high quality caliber of clients, then not at all, unfortunately, seems complicated and rules to follow. Perfect, Chris. Tried but failed. This is perfect. You guys are gonna love this then. Okay, so the whole thing with attracting higher paying clients and getting those projects, those SEO projects that are over $10,000 is you need to be attracting a certain caliber of company. All right. So I'm not talking about going after mom and pop local business here, because really it's as SEOs, mind you, I didn't say this in the beginning, but when I started my digital marketing career back in like 2007, I've been doing this for a really long time. I started out in SEO. Okay. So when I built my agency, ModGirl, it was at first an SEO agency. That's how I started everything. And then it eventually evolved into, a full service type agency, but it was mainly focused on SEO, and still to this day, we do a ton of SEO. So what I have found is it's just as much work for myself and my team to do SEO services and audits and strategies for low paying, smaller clients as it is bigger clients. So what I discovered is that if you kind of shift your focus and choosing a particular industry for one. So step one is focus on a niche. So choose a high paying niche, really. So an industry that can afford your services, right? Chris, have you found this too when it comes to providing SEO services? Yes. Okay. So once you have, an industry or two that you're focusing on, it's really ideal if they are, active on LinkedIn. So B2B. So I'm talking about here, obviously, if you're going after roofers, they're not going to be on LinkedIn. So what I'm talking about here is only applicable to people who are targeting companies on LinkedIn. Okay. Such as SaaS companies, Randy, any B2B company, really. So software companies, B2B consulting companies, there's even manufacturing companies. I mean, there are a ton of active professionals, CEOs, CMOs on LinkedIn. It's basically just B2B. So you need to pick a B2B niche, not just B2B, right? So once you do that and you do your research and figure that out, you need to focus on using LinkedIn and optimize your entire profile around that particular target audience and how you help them with SEO. So that's step one. Are you guys following me? Let me know if this is making sense. So you pick a niche, an industry that's B2B is what we're talking about here. So a specific one. So for example, fundraising software is an example. So not just software, but like a certain type of software. Does that make sense to you guys? So And it needs to, okay, Mike says, yep, perfect. Awesome. Glad you're following. I just want some confirmation here before I continue. Okay, thanks, Chris, Kaylin. Thanks. Thanks for the thumbs up and confirmation. Okay, so once you have this, you can learn a little bit more about them through research, through groups. You could even reach out and ask, just network with them and learn a little bit more about their pain points if you don't already know this. And then what you do is you optimize your entire LinkedIn profile around that particular target audience. So for example, I help fundraising software companies generate more leads through SEO. That could be your title and your LinkedIn profile title, headline, whatever you want to call it. Then in your summary section, you call them out again, the types of clients you work with, how you help them, and obviously with the SEO, but you need to put the benefits. So not just I provide SEO services, but you need to why do you provide SEO services, people? Obviously it's to generate more leads and revenue. So you optimize your entire profile around that. And the reason you do this is because when you're reaching out to people, and I'm getting ready to tell you guys a growth hacking tip here in a second, but when you're doing that, the whole point is you want people to know instantly that you can help them before they even click on your profile. So your headline is what people see when, you're reaching out to them, you're visiting their profile, you're messaging them, and they don't even have to click on your profile to realize that, oh, Matt does help. Matt helps people like me. He's calling out my industry in his headline. So I'm going to click because this is interesting. I wonder what this guy does. How can he help me? And then they click and learn more. So give me a confirmation that makes sense too. The power of your headline alone is incredibly important. And you have to call out who you're targeting. You can't just say businesses. You can't just say B2B. You need to pick a specific industry. And then you need to say how you help them. So call out the person that you're going after. It could even be like CMOs you could even call out a particular job title. So it doesn't just have to be industry. You can mix it up here. You could even call out a local, like if you're focusing on local business. So Roger, Caitlin says, Roger, thanks, Roger that. So, okay, that is, and then you optimize your entire profile. And if you guys want, I can post my LinkedIn profile and you can check it out and use mine as an example after this. I actually just changed it because we're focusing on advertising services right now. We obviously do SEO too, but we're focusing on advertising services for consumer electronics. And I revamp my LinkedIn profile every few months, depending on what the focus is. And that's another tip. So it's highly recommended to revamp your profile because things change. Like Chris, I'm sure your goals have changed from, what they were 3 months ago right?
Yeah.
So it changes up. So that's another tip too. But okay, so it sounds like you guys are following here. So then the next step is to use kind of growth hacking, if you will, to automate some of this for you on your behalf. So there are tools like LinkedIn Helper and Duck Soup and several. You can literally just type in LinkedIn automation in Google and find all sorts of tools. So you can do this manually or you can get help from tools. And you visit the profiles, you use LinkedIn Advanced Search, you find the people, the industries that you're trying to attract, and you visit their profiles, and then you send them connect to request messages. So there's a percentage of people who are going to automatically want to connect with you after you're visiting their profile because they're curious. And then there's a percentage of people where you just want to send them the connect request, and you always want to send a unique message like, hi, I love, you might not want to say love if you're a dude. I can get away with saying love, but it might be weird if you guys say, I love. So
I'm trying it right now.
I enjoy connecting with, let's see, what I use, fundraising software. Fundraising software CMOs would love to connect. So don't just send the standard connect request message. Make it a little bit personalized and call out why you're connecting with them. And please do post. Okay. And I can do that now if you guys want for me to post that. But there we go. I think that's it.
Yeah, I just posted your profile in the comments.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You are so fast, Chris. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So then there's a strategy behind all of this and what messages you send them. And, we don't have enough time today to get into all of this, but essentially what it is you want to start the conversation and you want to provide value up front. So you never want to sell on LinkedIn. It's all about connecting with the right people and starting the conversation and providing value, then getting them on the phone. But you never want to sell what you're doing until you get on the phone with them. And then still it's more of I'm trying to help you guys and not just sell. But the tip I have for you here is connect with these people, start the conversation, ask them questions. You can even go to their website and give them tips. Let's say their title on their homepage says home. You could easily be like, hey, I was on your website and noticed a few things that I think would instantly help, increase your rankings in Google and get you more leads. Would you like to hear what they are? And then they might be like, yes or no. And just keep the conversation going. And then you can give them a couple tips for free. And then you could say, I actually have a few more tips and it's going to be a lot easier for me to explain this via a 15-minute phone call. Do you have some time Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific to hop on a quick call? And then that's how you get them on the call, give them a few more tips, and then sell your next service, which is what I'm going to talk about here, which is the second step, which is the sales. But I want to stop there to make sure that everyone's following me before I get into that. So is this making sense to you guys? Give me a yes or a no. Chris, is it making sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny watching. It's still tripping me out, the whole delayed on this side.
Yeah, I don't even look anymore. I just read the questions because it's concerning.
Right? Okay, everyone, people are saying yes. Don, thanks. Thanks for the confirmation. Carlos, yes. Kaolin, yes. Andre, yes. Perfect. Okay, thank you for confirming. So now we can get into what you sell then and what this process looks like to sell a $10,000 audit and strategy project. Matt, yes, love the muscles. So, warning, you're not going to sell the $10,000 audit and strategy project right off the bat. That's not how we do this. However, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for you to sell that if you follow this process. So, have you guys heard of the value ladder? When you're selling services to clients, have you heard of the value ladder and how that works? You guys know what I'm talking about there. I'll explain it here in a second, but let me know if you know what the value ladder is. Oh man, when you did that, Chris, that was funny watching it on the other screen.
Yeah, I know.
I love it. Nope. Okay, we got a no.
I know what it is.
Okay, Chris knows. Alan says yes.
Alan is the funniest person on Facebook, by the way.
Alan! Okay, yes, no. Okay, so here's what the value ladder is. Picture a triangle and what levels you want people to go through. It's basically the sales cycle. So it's really difficult for you to hop on a phone with someone that doesn't know you and sell a $10,000. Yep, Demir has got it. Yes, yes. Slowly increase in pricing. You got it. You guys are right on. So it's really difficult to, talk to someone new on the phone and sell them a $10,000 project right off the bat. Okay, it's really, really difficult to do that unless you know the person. It's a referral. I mean, there's obviously, it's possible, but it's pretty difficult. So what you do instead, going back to the whole LinkedIn lead generation process, is when you get these people on the phone and you're giving them more tips. This is what I found on your website. And when I say tips, you guys, I'm not saying give away the farm for free. Do not do that, please. I'm talking about basic stuff that for us SEOs and marketers, it's we can figure this out in 2 minutes by looking at their website, but to them, obviously they don't know this. So again, I'm not talking about giving them way too much information for free, but you give them some tips about what you could do, and then you follow it up with, you ask the questions in terms of what do you think in terms of revenue and leads could happen if we got you, if you were able to go on the first page in Google for these terms, whatever terms. And by this point, you know a little bit about their business because you've been talking to them on LinkedIn. So you ask them the right questions to figure out what that value is worth to them, right? And to figure out what, in terms of how much profits they're going to make, what their goals are for the percentage of increase, just so you guys have an idea of the numbers. So you're not going in blind, like when you're talking to them on the phone. So you're not ending the conversation with like, I don't even know what their goals are. I don't even know what their, what revenue they're trying to go after. I don't even know what they make off per customer. So these are kind of things that you need to know, right? So you're asking these questions and then you say, okay, great. So here's what I would do. So in order to achieve those results, I would definitely work on, ranking your website, optimize your website so you rank for whatever the keywords they want to rank for are, 1 to 5 keywords. And then you say, again, the benefits. And you just told me that if you could do that and increase your targeted traffic, which would increase your leads, then you'd be looking at adding an additional, $30,000 in monthly revenue for your business, right? I'm like, yeah, that's right. Okay. So what do you say about, or what are your thoughts on, us helping you with that by, diving in and kind of analyzing what you have going on right now and giving you a strategy, a roadmap, to achieving these results. So we'll basically look at the top pages right now. And you guys don't want to do this for like the whole website. If it's a huge website, you only want to focus on like 5 pages. If those are the keywords that they're going after, you don't need to do the entire like ginormous audit. That's later on in the process. So it needs to be like a mini project that's super laser focused. So here's what we would do. We would go in and we would give you this roadmap of what needs to happen for you to get to page 1 for these keywords. And whether you decide that you want our help or not, after this phase, you're going to have this roadmap that's going to show you exactly what you need to do to get your website on page 1 for these keywords. How does that sound? That sounds great, Mandy. How much? And then you go into how much you want to charge. So I recommend, this is different depending on what you do, but I like $2,500 as a starting point personally for a foot in the door. I know a lot of people who do $500 foot in the doors and they love it. Whatever you do, don't lose money on it. Okay. So you could easily do something for $500. You could easily do something for $100, but it needs to be worth your time. So I like doing things for $2,500. Some people do it for $499. Some people do it for $997. It really depends on what you want to do. And there's different ways you can do this. I'm just giving you guys a random example off the top of my head right now. You could do, there's different strategy, audit, blueprint, discovery even. You could sell a discovery that it learns more about their business. If it's like this huge, they have a ton going on and you're like, whoa, like it's kind of a mess. You could easily sell a discovery just to comprehend what the heck's going on with their website and what their goals are and what they need. So you guys have to figure out what works best for you, but this is called a foot in the door offer. And preferably, depending on who you're going after, it's typically less than, $2,500. And again, the bigger clients you're going after, the more you could charge, because you can actually do harm to your business if you don't charge enough if you're going after bigger clients, because they're like, why is this Mandy girl only charging me $500? Like, she must be a cheap ass. I am not going with her, So it depends on who you're going after too, because some people are going to think that $500 is like a joke and that you're not legit. Okay. While other companies are going to be like, okay, $500, this is going to be good. So again, this all depends on who you guys are targeting. But is this making sense? That's the foot in the door part. Let me know if this is making sense so far. Chris, did it make sense to you?
Absolutely. In fact, why don't you guys go ahead and throw some likes and some hearts up there. Also, I want to do a giveaway. I don't know, come up with a question I can ask people, and the first person to get it right, I'll give my Facebook group scores to. So
what? What are you doing?
I'm going to give away my Facebook group course, but I want to ask a question. So what do you think is a good question?
A question to ask about what? What topic?
About anything. Just trivia, anything. Something about you just talked about.
I don't know. That's hard.
That's why I asked you to do it.
I know, right? I'm like, Okay, Kaylin says yes. He's following. How old is Chris?
Yeah, let's go with that. First person to get my age right.
Love it. Is it similar to baiting your client? Russell says.
With Russell, we always say his entire name. That's Russell Freddie Edmonds.
Oh, Russell Freddie Edmonds. Nice. I don't really know what you mean by baiting your client.
Wow, somebody said I was 25.
28, 30.
Looks like Cal was the winner, though.
32, 40. They could guess my age, too.
No, that's ungentlemanly.
Oh, man, that's great.
All right, Cal, I'm going to tag my staff, and he'll get you set up.
Awesome.
But just continue whenever you're ready.
Congrats for the winner. Yes, he says. Okay. So explain, Russell, what you mean by the baiting your client. Because it's not really baiting if I'm thinking of it in the way that you are. But essentially, the next step to closing them, this might not be on the first call, but it very well could be on the first call. After you sell the foot in the door offer and you deliver massive value to them and they love it, then you sell your next phase. And so a lot of you know what the value ladder looks like. So we have the foot in the door offer, then we have the next project, then we have the next project, then we have the retainer. So each level, it goes up. I don't remember who said this, but someone explained exactly what I'm explaining here, and they totally get it. So you start low and then you keep going up. That's how you get the $10,000 audit and strategy projects, because these people already trust you. They've already paid you. So go in with something free and helpful. Exactly, Russell. So it's all about providing free value up front via LinkedIn, via the phone. Then you sell the foot in the door offer, which is an easy to swallow amount for these prospects. Then after you're done with that, and you, exactly, Alan, the Sears sales model, good, better, best. Love it. And then you lead in with the next project, depending on what it is. It could be, an entire website audit. It could, this all depends on what you guys are providing and the clients that you're working with are, because it needs to be about them, not about you. So it needs to be about meeting their goals. So they're all going to be a little bit different. But I didn't even say this. The last project we did, research is what we sold as the foot in the door. It was $2,500 and it was literally research. So we researched their competitors and we did keyword research for them. And the keyword research was kind of high level. We did more of the keyword research in the bigger package. So that's something else you guys can sell as a foot in the door is research.
Russell, that's perfect for Russell, because that's what he does is keyword research.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. So that is essentially how you sell $10,000 audit and strategy projects. Is you can use LinkedIn, which is my preferred method, and then you provide value up front, get these people to trust you. Sorry, there's people out front, and my dogs hear them, and I shut them in here, so they're like trapped in my office. Oops. It's okay, they'd be barking elsewhere anyway. And then you sell the foot in the door, then you sell the next project, then you sell the next project, then you get them on a retainer. So by the time that you're even selling project number 2, you don't even really have to sell them, you guys, because they already hired you for the smaller project and they trust you. So it becomes like more of, you're just helping them. You're just providing them with more value to help them out. It's not really, selling. So does this make sense? Do you guys like this? Hey, Aaron, are you guys using any form of this right now? The value ladder and starting with a foot in the door and going up from there?
I am.
Let them out. Chris is.
Yeah, you have to wait a second for the questions to catch up to you.
Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting. I'm wondering if I should let my dog out. You guys are fine. Come here. That's where my biggest clients came from. Awesome. Exactly. James knows what's up. Wow, no hi from Chris, Aaron says.
It's because I don't like you, Aaron. I like everybody else here, but not you.
Yes, I sent them a 2-minute video audit. Awesome.
Just kidding. What's the puppy's name?
This is Pax.
Pax? That's cool.
He's kind of an old man, not a puppy anymore. He just looks like a puppy.
Well, he's aging well, so.
I know, right? With his wife.
It is that he does.
Okay, so you guys, yeah, Carlos, that's actually a really good point in how I landed rather large clients was sending them a video review up front for free in Audit after I knew that they were going to most likely become a client. So I don't waste my time doing this for people who aren't a good fit. But hey, Abdallah. But yeah, you make a good point on the video audit review, because I've done that and it's worked really, really well. And it kind of wows people too, because they're not expecting it. So if you have, you know, you're meeting people on LinkedIn. Yes. So Aaron, you basically go and you check out their website. So you know how I was just saying, like, you could give them tips for free on LinkedIn, like, hey, your home page says home instead of an SEO optimized title. You would do that in a video review. So you'd screenshot. So you could put either your face in the corner of it, or you don't have to put your face at all if you don't want to. And you could just show your screen and literally talk for like 5 minutes, however long you want to be. It could be 2 minutes. It'd be like, you know, hey, so I just wanted to send you this quick, you know, review of what I found on your website that I'm pretty certain if you made these updates, you would see, you know, a drastic increase in traffic and leads. And then you give them some free tips. Again, you don't have to go overboard here, but just basic stuff that they're missing. And then that gets them to build trust with you, and they know that you know what you're talking about. And then your chances of selling them, you know, are a lot higher when you do that. So I've also done that with success as well. So thanks for bringing that up. I use Camtasia, but I've also used like Screencast. Screencast-O-Matic is another one. Chris, what do you use?
To do video audits, mostly Camtasia.
Camtasia, yeah.
When I do like YouTube videos, sometimes I have to use, what's the Adobe program? Premiere Pro to edit them, but yeah, for those, it's just a screen recording.
Yes, so there's a lot, Aaron. Screencast-O-Matic is a good one too. It's easy to use, but I like Camtasia just because we use it. Loom, yes, that's a good one. I know a lot of people that use that. Then there's that Jing screencast company. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I don't care for that one though.
Yeah. Camtasia Fire.
So I guess we should open up to some questions.
Yeah, go ahead and ask questions. But I wanted to make sure this is making sense to all of you guys. But feel free to ask questions now. So essentially, the process I'm talking about is starting with LinkedIn, connecting with a very particular target audience, building rapport, connecting with them, providing value up front for free, selling them on the phone with a foot in the door, then selling them the next project, then the next project, then a retainer. Multi-step process here.
Cool. And if you guys want to learn a little bit more about her LinkedIn process, I threw a link on the screen. You can check it out.
Yes. Thanks for that, Chris. So one of my focuses to when I help entrepreneurs like you all is LinkedIn Legion. So Chris put up the link to my Mod Legion Jumpstart program, which is a $47 one-time fee. And essentially it gives you some proven message templates that I've used to connect with these people. So the exact wording that I use, and a lot of them are very simple, that you guys can just, simple in a way that you guys can tweak them to depending on who you're targeting. So it's really easy for you guys to swipe these and use them, and they're really, really effective. And then I give a detailed guide on the tools that I use to automate some of this. So kind of the blueprint, step by step, you know, step 1, do this, step 2, do this. And it shows you how to automate to where you're visiting hundreds of profiles a day on autopilot. So you're literally getting in front of hundreds of your prospects every single day, and how to go about using automation to help you with your LinkedIn Legion efforts. So that's the link that Chris just put up. You guys want to check it out? Awesome. That's fun.
Question on who you do the video review for. People on LinkedIn you know or don't know.
So this is, I'm going to start a doc real quick and copy these before I lose them. The comments. So hold on, you guys. I'll answer that in a second. This is what I have to do on all my weekly lives because I always miss the dang comments. Okay. So, oh my God, why isn't that working? Here we go. Aaron, you do the video reviews for prospects that you're connecting with on LinkedIn that you've already talked to on LinkedIn messages, and you feel like they would be an awesome client, and you've already kind of done the research and you kind of know what size they are, that they most likely could afford your services, and that they would be an amazing client, then you can go ahead and make a video for them. Now, I don't do this for everyone. I only do it for prospects that I'm like, wow, this would be an awesome client to have, and their site needs some serious help. You know, their SEO needs some serious help. I want to wow them. So you only do the video review for people that you want to wow, like those prospects that you connect with on LinkedIn. You figure out that this would be an amazing client for my business to have, and then you know for a fact you can provide value to them, and you want them as a client. That's who you do it for. Let me know if that makes sense, Aaron. Okay, I'm copying all of these so I don't miss any. Okay, so then the next question, I think, was the LinkedIn profile one, right?
Yeah, LinkedIn profile picture, okay. Dress code.
I love that question, by the way. So just look nice. Be like, only do it, like only have yourself in the picture. Don't have your dog, don't have your significant other, don't have your kids in the picture. It should just be you wearing a nice shirt. So you don't have to wear like a suit, but just look, don't wear a hoodie though, probably not. You know, I wouldn't wear a hoodie, but I would look nice. Chris is like, I knew you were gonna say that. So just look nice, that's all. And smile, please smile. I know you boys don't like to smile very often, but it really does help. And it's more welcoming when you're smiling. Even if you don't, you know, even if you think you look goofy, trust me, smiling is way better than trying to look like a badass or whatever you're trying to do. So just look nice and smile. That's my only thing with the profile. Okay, pet chicken, Robin says. Yes, yes. Okay, so I do have verbiage, by the way, on how to break the ice with that in my message templates in the Jumpstart program. But let me go on to the next question, which was quick rundown of Mod Legion Jumpstart, which I think I did that already. But if you guys go to that link, you'll see the rundown. Essentially, I give you my blueprint guide, which shows you what tools I use, what messages to send, how to optimize your profile. And I do have pet chickens. I would love pet chickens, actually. One day I'm going to have chickens.
Did I miss something? Why are we talking about pet chickens?
Because I said don't have your dog in the picture.
No.
Don't have, you know, people are like, pet chickens. There's a ton of people here in California that have chickens in their backyard. And I live in a suburb, like not in the country. And it's really weird how a lot of people have chickens. I would if we had more room, but we don't. One day I'll have chickens. But going back to the review, someone asked me for a rundown. Yeah, that's it. So I give you the blueprint of step-by-step what you guys need to do. I give you my a masterclass kind of recording of like, again, walking through this. And then I give you proven message templates that you guys can use and swipe. So that was Kirill that asked that. The link is in the video. Matt, I guess you can post it in the comments too if you want. Chris.
What's that? I did.
Okay, cool. So then the next question is, talk about LinkedIn reviews, recommendations, and case studies. Do they make a positive impact? I know Mandy's dog just lay by the pool. They need chicken friends to lay with. They do just lay by the pool, and they do need chicken friends. I can't even imagine what they would do actually with chickens. That might be scary. Good stuff. Okay, so LinkedIn recommendations are incredibly important. I'm glad you asked this, Dawn. So so I have people that are like, I don't have any clients in this niche. Like, how am I going to get recommendations? And we're talking about LinkedIn recommendations, and they do matter. So my tip there is ask your friends, ask your colleagues, ask someone who knows how awesome you are to leave you a recommendation. It does not have to be a client. It does not have to be someone in the industry you're going after. It can be anyone, as long as it's like not your mom, but someone who knows that you are awesome at what you do. Okay, so yes, I highly recommend getting LinkedIn recommendations. If you don't have any right now, simply go and send colleagues, past colleagues, anyone that knows the type of work you do and how great you are at it, or past clients or current clients to leave you a quick LinkedIn recommendation. And you can even make it easy for them and tell them, hey, here's a couple of things that you can, I'd like for you to mention in the LinkedIn recommendation. Because some people are like, yeah, I'll do it, but like, I don't know what to say. So honestly, sometimes I've like written it for them and then they're like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, well, I meant for you to tweak it a bit, but people are just busy. So if you really want to get a response out of people, help them, tell them what you want. But yes, Dawn, LinkedIn recommendations are incredibly important. Case studies are also important. So in your media section, it would be awesome if you could put case studies or video testimonials. So you need to leverage this whatever LinkedIn gives you, the features that LinkedIn gives you. So maximize the character space and add media, which could be a case study, it could be a video, it could be a PDF, whatever it is that you want to put in there. I highly recommend that too. So Dawn, yes, they do make a positive impact. So thanks for that. Hopefully I answered your question, Dawn. Then Matt says, have you used this strategy with an email campaign or ClickFunnels? Yes, I have indeed. So the awesome thing about the tool I use, and if you guys check out Mod Legion Jumpstart, you can actually export email addresses from LinkedIn. And when I'm talking about this, you guys, I'm talking about the United States. So if you're in the European Union, do not take this as legal advice or anything, the whole GDPR thing. However, if you're in the United States, you can easily use the same strategy that you're using on LinkedIn, get their email addresses. Right now, you could go and get the email addresses of all your first-degree connections, but if you use the tool that I recommend, you can scrape their email addresses from second and third-degree connections as well and beyond, and then you can email them as well. So I have used this strategy on both sides of the equation. So to get clients for my agency and to get community members to my Facebook group and my webinars and my courses. And so when you say ClickFunnels, I'm assuming you mean just like a sales funnel, and then the answer is yes. And I actually do use ClickFunnels. So it does work on whatever you're trying to do, essentially. And if you have people on there, you can make it work for, you could send people to a webinar, you can send people to a Facebook group. So there's different strategies depending on what you're doing. So yes, it has worked for both. Chris, Matt wants you to post the link again. You might want to like pin it or something.
I did. It keeps getting removed. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Let's see. Makes sense. So with your LinkedIn course material, does it have those break the ice to some new verbiage? Yes. Oh, I already answered that, Aaron. It does have that. And they're very simple just to start the conversation. And okay, I think I'm caught up. Did I miss any?
Let me see.
Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I tried to paste them into a doc, but I think I got it. Yeah, I did. Pretty sure.
There's a link to the Jumpstart. LinkedIn endorsements count, or do people even see those? You already answered that.
Yep.
What's your average dollar spent and average length of time you retain a customer?
How did I miss that one?
I don't know.
So we work with clients for a long period of time if they are monthly clients. So we'll take on bigger projects that are like strategy and audit that we know might not turn out into be monthly clients, and that's fine. But those are like $20,000 projects that last 3 to 6 months. And we're okay with that. But with that said, they have to be, it has to be awesome and profitable for us to do that because we like longer term clients. So the clients that we have right now have been with us for 3+ years. And they pay us anywhere from $6,000 a month to $12,000 a month in retainers. And this isn't just SEO though. Like we do more than SEO for them, but you could easily just do SEO for a big client for $5,000, $6,000 a month, easy.
You do more than SEO, right?
Yeah. That's what I said. Like the clients that we do now, we're managing their social media, doing a lot of email marketing automation, PPC, AdWords. That's why my profile now, if you look at it, it's focused on the advertising side because we're actually trying to ramp that up. Advertising clientele, if you will. So that, we basically are a full service agency. We quit doing web design. And to be honest, we stopped doing content marketing and social media for clients too, just because it's so time consuming. We do that now for our existing clients, but new clients we take on, we're very particular about what we do. So we do a lot of consulting and training. And if we're doing services for people, it's paid ads, SEO. That's about it. The rest is just consulting or training to teach their team how to do it. So I hope that answers your question. But typically, I don't like to work with anyone on a retainer basis where my team is doing some of the work, unless it's a minimum of, you know, $5,000 a month. Consulting is a little bit different, but even that I like too. So it really just depends what we're doing. Hope I answered that.
Why did you stop doing web design?
Because it was a giant PIA.
Yeah, I don't like it either. It like gives me anxiety thinking about doing
it. It gives me massive anxiety.
Like you know, they call you and this looks great, but can we change everything to blue? And that's like 3 days, you know, just because they just decided to change their color. It's just not worth it.
Totally.
For me, anyway. I know James is a web designer. That's why he's probably asking. But
yeah. Well, and my thing is like I, to a fault, am a perfectionist, and so it's really a bad combination when you do web design. Because
I'm the opposite. If it's like good enough, it's good enough, and clients don't like that, so it wasn't a good fit for me either. But yeah, the time is the really big thing there. Yeah,
no, it is. I would just end up, you know, a $30,000 web design project would end up losing me money because we would be spending too much time on it. If that answers your question. So it's just not my area of, you know, I like it. Like I like building my ClickFunnels landing pages and stuff. Like I like it. Like I like being the creative. I have no business doing it, but I enjoy it. You know, it's something that I like doing, but it's not a good idea for me to do anymore. So I don't. I think I missed a question. Someone asked about profit margins. Where did that go? I forgot to paste it.
I didn't see that one.
So.
Oh, here we go. No, I don't see one about that.
I think it was just profit margins. He said, thanks for sharing your numbers, and asked about profit margin. Yeah. I'm kind of echoing. Do you have something on you, Chris?
No, I'm not even getting the video, actually.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So I like profit margins of like 40%-ish. Some people go for 30%. You should be going for 30%. I like 40 to 50, and I'm echoing. Interesting. Jim said 30%. You should be going for 30%. Okay, maybe it's off. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the sound now.
Well, you're not echoing. 30%. That's funny.
There we go. That should be better.
Okay. A little bit. You guys hear enough? I like you. I like profit. That's right. Keep Wayne Clayton. Because here's the thing. There's so many different things that add up. You guys, that it's never the profit margins you set out. Stuff always happens. But there are ways to avoid scope creep, of course. So you need to get super clear on what you're providing. Gosh, I'm so annoying. Do you hear that, Chris?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on though. Nothing's changed.
That is so strange.
Yeah.
But a tip there to avoid scope creep is just get T3 terminators. I know, right? Is to get super clear on what you guys will do and what you won't do, so you avoid scope creep. And that comes down to agreements and detailing out what you're doing for them, and that other things will go over scope, and you're happy to provide them with a quote on that. Oh man, this is really tripping me out now. Clients have gone down past lunch. Awesome, man. Looking forward to hearing what you think about it. Perfect. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Sorry, I'm echoing.
Yeah, I'm doing what I can about it, but I don't really see anything different.
Yeah, it's really strange. Definitely.
Facebook Live sucks anyway. They really need to work on it. It's one problem. Every week I have a different problem.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems to be fine when I go live by myself. I don't have a problem with it. When I hop on with other people, but it gets weird. She sounds like she's announcing on her right now. Like a big fight. Introducing Chris.
No, that wouldn't be good.
Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Sorry about the echo. How do you approach prices when you start? Pigs in space. Okay.
If you have any questions on that or anything else, we can do it. Otherwise, we can wrap this up. We've been here almost an hour.
We have indeed. So last question here. How do you approach raising the prices when you start? So you're really doing different. Gosh, sorry, guys.
Do you have the sound on in your Facebook?
I don't.
Okay.
That's what's so weird about it.
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from then.
I can even close it out. Here, I'll close out my Facebook. See if that helps. So I even closed out the window, and I'm still at the window. Thanks, B5.
Yeah.
So in terms of increasing the prices, when you start low, it's the foot in the door offer. Then you increase to a different offer, then a different offer, then a retainer. But if you're increasing prices on the same thing over the course of 6 months, all you have to do is tell them, look, the competition has picked up, our costs are increasing, it's going to take a little bit more to continue doing what we're doing for you. And that's how you do it. Hopefully that made sense. Okay.
Aaron says it's clearly my fault, whatever it is. See, this is why I don't like you, Aaron.
All your fault, Chris. All your fault.
Typical. I can't do anything right.
Well, I hope you guys have found this helpful.
I certainly did. I haven't really been prospecting much, but it makes me want to go do it some more too. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because we're doing a lot on LinkedIn right now. We're documenting it, and we're going to share it with our members. And we're doing a lot with LinkedIn, so I'm excited about it too. So if you guys join Jumpstart, invest in Jumpstart, you will actually have an opportunity where you follow what we're doing right now, like literally right now. Get clients on LinkedIn. We're documenting that as well, so we'll keep you posted on that.
Cool. Well, since it's like near impossible to hear you now, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But definitely thanks for jumping on. I think it was a good session. I think everybody got a lot out of it. I know I did. Awesome.
Well, I'm glad you guys found it helpful, and thanks so much for joining us on this Friday, and I hope you enjoy your weekend.
Yep. Check out superstarseo.com/LinkedIn for Mod Lead Gen Jumpstart. And next week, I'm going to have Craig Griffiths on, so check that out too. So thanks for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, you guys. See ya.